I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Every day, once a day, give yourself a present. 2 cups of good, hot, black coffee.
How could it be bad for you? According to the National Coffee Association, coffee drinking could be one of the most popular pastimes in the United States. More than half of the adult population downs at least 1 cup a day, plus a third of the population say that they are occasional coffee drinkers. So the bottom line, 80% of us are getting our caffeine fix on any given day. Now, of course, caffeine is a proven drug, and if you are hooked, you know a day without it can lead to withdrawal symptoms like headache, lethargy, depression, even nausea and vomiting. So should all of us coffee drinkers consider giving it up? Or could coffee really be good for us? We're making rounds today with 2 health professionals. Dr. Donald Hensrud of the Mayo Clinic, who says the benefits probably outweigh the risks. He's joining us from Rochester, Minnesota. And here in New York, Carrie Glassman, a nutritionist and author of The Snack Factor Diet. Great to have you with us. And Dr. Hensrud, I want to start with you. We talk on this program a lot about the science behind things. Give me the science behind caffeine. Is it good for us?
Well, caffeine is just one component of coffee. There are over 2,000 different components, and some of them are beneficial. Some of them are antioxidants. Among the health benefits of coffee are a decreased risk of type 2 diabetes, and that's both with caffeinated and decaf. Another benefit, a decreased risk of hepatocellular carcinoma and cirrhosis, particularly among people who consume alcohol. There have been some studies that show a decreased risk of Parkinson's, particularly in men, and as everyone knows, coffee is a stimulant. It improves cognition and alertness, and there may be a link between Alzheimer's, although that's a little bit more tenuous.
And you know what? You just corrected me rightly because I said caffeine, and really we are talking about coffee. We're not talking about caffeine you get in sugary drinks or sodas or even tea, are we? We're talking
That's
about
exactly
coffee.
right. As I said, there are many different compounds, and some of them are antioxidants, which we know have many health benefits.
You know, Carrie, I want to bring it up to you. Dr. Hensrud talked about antioxidants in coffee. Most of us think when we're talking about liquids that fiber can't be a part of something, but there's fiber in coffee.
There is fiber in coffee.
Which doesn't make any sense on the surface of it, I have to tell you.
There is a little bit of fiber in coffee, which we know that coffee often stimulates us to go to the bathroom. So that is actually one of the reasons. Is because
it's not the diuretic.
It is. Well, there is that component, but there is also that little bit of fiber in it. But also, as the doctor just mentioned, the antioxidant value of coffee is very, very important. Antioxidants from coffee is the #1 way that Americans actually get their antioxidants in on a daily basis. More than artichokes, more than blueberries, more than red wine. And antioxidants as a whole, we know, prevent neuronal degeneration, heart disease, cancer, and even signs of aging.
So when you see people in a clinical setting and you talk about the nutrition, do you advise people as a nutritionist to consume a couple of cups of coffee a day and it's just fine?
I look at coffee as the same way I look at dark chocolate and red wine.
This is such good news.
If you're consuming it, there are many, many health benefits, and you don't have to take it out of your diet. There is a place for it in your diet in moderation. If you're not consuming coffee, there's no reason to begin. But there is a reason to get some form of antioxidants in some sort of beverage like green tea or black tea. There is a benefit there. But if you're sensitive, sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
I was going to say, if you're sensitive, though, to the caffeine and you do get jittery, then you obviously don't want to consume any of that at all.
Dr. Hensrud, for those of us who have sometimes cut back on our coffee and we've gotten that phenomenal withdrawal headache, you know, I think we've sort of just gone back to having our coffee. But talk to me for a second about length of life. Do you, as a scientist, think that moderate coffee consumption might, in fact, be linked to increased length of life?
I think the data on that aren't clear yet. We haven't seen any really solid data. You raise an important point about people's susceptibility, and an interesting study looked at the difference in how people metabolize coffee. Some people are slow metabolizers, other faster metabolizers, and that seems to be on a genetic basis. So that may explain why some people are more susceptible to some of the side effects. Insomnia. I know people who can have a cup of coffee and go to sleep, whereas if I have one in the afternoon, I'm up that night. Headaches, reflux disease, and some of the other side effects, but they're not probably as severe as some of the things we attributed to coffee in the past. There was a study some time ago, many years ago, that linked coffee with pancreatic cancer. Not true. But there are some side effects that people are more susceptible.
And I think I'm very glad that I'm one of those people who can have a double espresso and go to bed. Dr. Hensrud, thanks for being with us. And Carrie Glassman, thanks for being here with us in the studio.
You're welcome.
Yeah.